Imagine if you learned right now that Elon Musk owns RedNote. How would you feel? All right, hold that emotion. Let me back up. I don't know what you kids are up to, but I do know one thing. Any social media platform owned by private equity is inherently opposed to a livable or equitable world. So RedNote is not our ally. This app is not our ally. This app aggressively silences and manipulates us in order to actively support the most horrifying human rights violations of my lifetime. That's why we can't even speak the words to accurately describe evil on here, because this app is structurally aligned with those evils. The fact that TikTok is currently the best option we have at scale is a complete condemnation of the entire landscape of social media today, not something to be praising TikTok for. Remember when everyone thought Elon Musk was one of the good guys? Everybody was excited about hyperloops, and then how immediately he became an all-out fascist? This is what private equity does, always. When the rubber hits the road, this app, RedNote, all of them are on one team, and it's not ours. So that feeling you had when you imagined that Musk owned RedNote, that was accurate. RedNote is owned by a constellation of hedge funds and investment firms, and I hope it goes without saying that the hedge funds are on the opposite team as us. We just proved that we can all switch on a dime. So if we're pivoting on social media apps, why would we pivot to another platform that's structurally opposed to everything healthy in the world? The solutions already exist. I know nothing about tech, but I know enough to listen to the people who do, and millions of tech-minded people have been working on this since the dawn of the internet. The answer is open source software. In open source software, anybody can see all the code. The algorithm is transparent, so no secret shadow banning, no hidden influences from AIPAC or the CIA or anybody else. Obviously, the current hearings about TikTok are a complete joke, but they're a joke because everybody knows that Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and Cambridge Analytica are doing a million times worse than what the US is accusing TikTok of doing every single day. Those are the real threat. The targeting of TikTok is because it doesn't fall under the US empirical goals and racism. But if we have any options of decentralized, transparent social media outside of the chokehold of private equity, isn't that the obvious choice? I think that's what we all want, right? Pretending that this app is that free actual space, or that RedNote is that, doesn't actually make these spaces into actual free open spots for dialogue. If somebody says, you can have a sandwich full of arsenic, a sandwich full of radiation, or a normal sandwich with neither of those things, what's your choice going to be? Right now, a whole bunch of people are choosing another poison sandwich. RedNote is private equity. It's run by money in secret, and the bigger it gets, the more evil it will draw to itself. Even if it's pretty cool now, it will become another tool of the rich, just as predictably as the sun will set this afternoon. That's what happened to TikTok. This app is not our ally. We should try and keep it and protect it because the reasons it's being targeted are more evil than this app is. But let's not get confused and think that TikTok is on our side. I'm mostly pivoting to YouTube. I don't like it, but it's at scale and well suited to my longer form content. But it's absolutely on the opposite team as me. The app that I'm most excited about is an open source clone of TikTok called Loops. It's in the Fediverse, which is a constellation of open source apps which all play really nicely together, such as Mastodon, which is like Twitter. I'll tell you, Loops is absolutely hilarious right now. It has like 10 users, doesn't support hashtags or tagging other people. The algorithm feels like something that my techie anarchist neighbor cooked in his shed, and I kind of love it. I just got like 3 videos in a row of the same kid trying to do a kickflip from different angles. It's a mess over there. I have no idea if it'll go anywhere, but it's by far the most ethical video platform I'm aware of right now. And I'm willing to put up with a lot of messy early beginnings for the sake of an ethical platform. If we invest in it, it will blossom, and this will now be a hilarious memory. Whatever, you can find me over there at Coyote. Finally, let's all bear in mind that Zuckerberg and Meta are cartoonishly evil at this point. Literally, architects of Project 2025 are now Meta's content directors. Zuck is saying that they need to get more masculine, and when he says that, I don't think he's talking about the kind of masculinity that I'm working for. So it would be amazing if, as the dust settles from this whole mess, Meta is down and out. That would require as many of us as possible to completely get off all Meta platforms. I just set my mother up with a Blue Sky account, and I'm engaging over there a little bit on my personal side just to support my mom getting off Facebook. There's new tech that allows you to access Marketplace without a Facebook account. There's a lot of workarounds now. And I'm not a purist. I hate purity culture, so I'm on YouTube and Meta platforms now. I may even start a Red Note. It looks like fun. This video is not to condemn any of us as individuals. It's to invite us into a collective, strategic consideration of these days of change. What is the world we want to be living in of social media? And how do we get to that?